Hey people, CzarThwomp here and welcome to episode 16 of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, we investigated the prison courtyard and we were reunited with Regina Berry because we wanted to be reminded of the Berry Big Circus. And we also learned that Simon worked for the Berry Big Circus. We went into detail about that. Now he was part of the show. He saw Soros again, unsolicited without a visit. So basically, just things are stacking up, but we gotta investigate. Detective Gumshoe, I take it the investigation's running smoothly?
The judge and that prosecutor haven't shown up yet, which is honestly the high point of this tie. Oh yeah, I also got your message, Zoe.
What was the result of the examination of the victim's cell?
We hit the jackpot, Zoe. Traces of the blood were found on the cell floor. There wasn't a whole lot there, though.
This should prove that the murder occurred in the holding cell.
Indeed, the probability has increased. However, we still cannot say for certain.
I thought you'd say that, Zoe, so I asked the lab guys to look into it a little further. They're running an analysis on the blood, so we'll know we'll know soon if it's the victims or not.
Way to go, Gummy! Good thinking!
Detective, you outdone yourself. What caused this sudden foresight? I think it's the apocalypse.
I'm actually a little hurt that you're so surprised by it, sir.
Look at past history, Gumshoe. You didn't know what logic was 2 weeks ago. I hope nothing bad comes out of this. Once we get the results, we can prove that the scene was the holding cell, which leaves...
Finding out who the doggy might sneak his way in here.
Just leave that to me, pal. Since the other prosecutor's here, we can investigate as much as we want. That's why I brought my secret weapons with me.
Secret weapons?
My gun! That way when they come, we can just pop a cap in their ass. That's right, pal. They've got us a few jams before. Take again to Detective Gumshoe 7 secret weapons.
Looks like you'll come in handy. Wanna take up his offer, Miles? Detective, please allow us the use of your secret weapons.
Sure thing, Zoe! First, secret weapon number 1, the trusty metal detector. This is what put Mr. Von Karma in jail. Suffice to say, I had to defend it from Miss Von Karma. She tried to snap it over her knee one time, yelling that it was evil. We're finding all kinds of metallic objects.
As the name implies.
Next, secret number 2, everyone's favorite pal, Missile. You can check anything you want, especially the sad food.
He's so much cuter than Dogen, doggy.
And then secret weapon number 3, it's this.
Isn't that a fishing pole? Why are you trying to catch?
No, actually, I just brought it by accident.
Never mind that. What's next, Detective?
Actually, I was gonna go use it to get dinner. That's all of them, sorry.
What? You allowed them the 7 secret weapons, but there's only 3 of them.
That's all I have now, pal. We can use the rest next time. We can't retrieve them all at once. Why do you think they're called secret weapons, pal?
It doesn't matter. We'll just use the 3 that she provided.
Alright, which one do you want to use? You want missiles, Zoe? Hey, pal, over here, missile.
Oh, there he is.
First, let's decide what he should track down.
We are searching for the route Dogen's dog used to get to the detention center. This route would have also been the same path used to carry the body to the prison. So if we haven't tracked the scent of the body...
That should lead us to the path.
Don't you smell something sweet?
Really, all I can smell is the scent of blood.
It's a very faint scent, like cake or something.
The scent of cake from the body? Don't forget to turn the timer on.
Alright, Missile got a good whiff of that scent, pal. Come on, let's follow after him.
That way is... he's heading towards his special cell.
He's going straight inside.
Yes, let's follow him. March 28th to 4:24 p.m. Special cell, yes.
This is Dogen.
This is Dogen's cell, but it looks like he's absent at the moment. Maybe he's being interrogated.
What's in here?
I think he's found something.
What could there be in this room?
Mr. Edgeworth, we better take a look.
It's the chisels Dogen uses. More than enough for him to murder someone with.
Speaking of chisels, That looks like someone used a chisel on your forehead, Mr. Edgeworth.
And what is that supposed to mean?
See, that furrow between your brows getting deeper. It just looks like a carving.
I would leave the subject alone if I were you. There's nothing of interest here. Sorry, I saw the thing.
Look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. There's a small chisel here.
I'm not well versed in woodworking, but this seems to be a pocket-sized chisel.
A pocket-sized chisel? It must be convenient to have one where you go.
Is that from a thief's point of view?
No, it's from a great thief's point of view.
She didn't even skip a beat. A teacup and biscuits. I suppose he has his tea time in here too.
Playing chess while drinking tea in his cell. Isn't this going overboard with the special treatment? It's like he gets whatever he wants.
Don't complain to me. You should tell him yourself.
I think I'll pass on that.
It's Dogen's chessboard. It still has the handpiece on it.
Ah, that chessboard's legs. Why aren't these things expensive? Aren't these things expensive?
They can be. This is very good craftsmanship. Sorry.
Mr. Dogen playing chess is not what I expected, you know.
I figured he'd be more of a Go.
I figured he'd be more of a Go player or something like that.
Go? Do you play Go, Kay?
I'm really good at Go Bang.
But that's not Go.
Missile, maybe? This is what you're barking at?
Yes, I'm not doing woof woof woof.
Whoa, hey, knock it up, pal! Chocolate cake is bad for dogs. If that's how it's gonna be, I'll eat it all myself! Wow, that's pretty good!
Gumshoe is now fighting Missile for a meal. Gumshoe, that nadir has gone ever lower. Good for you, but it looks like someone else has a problem with that.
That wasn't fair, Gummy. I want to eat it too.
Gumshoe has eaten 5 days. I doubt it's wise to eat food for you find lying around that prison.
Anyways, I guess Missile was barking at the cake, so
That was pointless. Is that police dog going to get the job done?
he's fine, pal. He's just long his stomach instead of his nose. Let's track down the sound of the body for real this time. Oh, looks like he's found something else, Zoe. Now it's in the cell.
This would be Mr. Elbird's cell. I'd like to examine the interior. Detective, call a guard.
Roger that, Zoe.
Good work, Detective. By the way, is J. Elbird still being held in the disciplinary room? No, he should have already returned. He was present during the noon roll call. He may have been assigned to work someplace else. I see. Well then, may we examine the cell? Yes, sir. The rolling punching bag. This sandbag shows. Sorry.
You want a boxing missile?
Sorry.
Ah, looking good.
It can't be. Detective, move the sandbag at once.
Yes, Zoe.
Oh, this is.
Hey, Missile, come back here.
I'm going to.
Hold it!
On top of Zoe.
Ah, it's too tight.
It's too tight for your fit, Zoe.
The detective! Can't be helped. I'll have to wait for her to contact me. Hello, Kay? Are you alright?
I'm stuck, Mr. Edgeworth. Help! Don't get so worked up. Right now, I'm in the detention center.
The detention center?
Because I had Knightley cell.
Really? Stay where you are. I'm coming over there now. March 28th, 5:04 p.m. Detention center holding them. Kay!
Mr. Edgeworth, I really helped out, didn't I?
Indeed, she doesn't appear to be injured.
The floorboards are ripped up under the bed, Zoe.
I see. It seems we found what we were looking for. The passageway between the detention cell and the prison is blocked by solid doors. However, there is a secret underground tunnel beneath it. We were following a secret sweet center around here. This means the scent must have come from Knightley's body. Come to think of it, his body was covered in dirt. It may have been caused by passing through the tunnel. Okay, what was the inside of the tunnel like?
It was pitch black, so I really couldn't see much, but I took some photos.
Please show us. This is spoons and forks. Were these used to dig the tunnel? But more importantly, what are these footprints? These footprints, could they belong to a dog? This will surely be vital evidence. However, before we consider that, we have a big problem. Problem? J. Elbird could use this tunnel to move around freely. Detective, confirm his whereabouts post haste. Perhaps he's...
You might be right, sir. This is a big deal.
After speaking with the guards, the search for J. Elbird was carried out immediately. They searched every nook and cranny of the detention center in the prison, but in the end, they found no sight of him.
Did you contact the police? Yes, ma'am. We've already done that. We've set up a security perimeter around the prison, ma'am. Right. This is the first scandal in our prison's history. We're so sorry.
She's completely different from before.
Mr. Edgeworth, was it? Thank you for finding the escapee's tunnel, but it's a little too late. Mr. Elba has long since left here.
I don't believe he's gone beyond the detention center. There are security gates located at the exit of the detention center. I believe it would have been difficult to get through those, wouldn't you agree?
Maybe he has another tunnel.
We certainly can't deny that possibility. However...
Anyways, there's no use in you being here now. Please return to your investigation.
Yes, we'll do that.
You guys get back to your posts too. Yes, ma'am.
Detective Gumshoe, sir. We have the results of the blood test you required.
Good work, pal.
These are the forensic results of the blood they found in Knightley's cell.
So what's it say, Mr. Edgeworth?
The blood is confirmed to have been Knightley's.
Hey now, that's good news. We found the blood stain in Knightley's cell and discovered the tunnel the dog used. Furthermore, the security camera shows footage of a dog attacking Knightley in his cell.
We have all the evidence we need. It's time we ask Dogen a few questions.
Dogen, did you say, please use utmost caution? That man even has henchmen outside the prison.
Outside the prison? Is this related to his secret trade routes as the supplier?
The police have been searching for Dogen's henchmen for ages. I've also been helping them, but...
So that means back then.
So he still won't talk, even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred from the precinct. That's right, I don't even know how many times I tried. I can't report back empty-handed. That's sure as one tough cookie, huh?
You had evidence transferred from the precinct.
Yes, we bought all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but just Dogen's troll face. You mad, bro? But what was she hoping to accomplish with the knife? This is your knife! Yes, and you are the warden. Care to explain the obvious more? No matter how much evidence we have on him, we can't get a single word out of him.
The warden interrogates him himself? Why go that far?
Lose your focus and he'll eat you alive. Be on your guard. Whoa, you made Uncle Ray a little nervous.
March 28th, 5:55 p.m. Prison special cell. Sebastian's there. Yes. John Gordy, what are you doing here?
I could say the same for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Questioning a prisoner. Did you forget that we're investigating as well? Or rather, have you forgotten my warning? If you value your badge, you should not have appeared before me again.
I'm sorry if you thought that I would abide by those words. I won't overlook something important just to heed your warnings. I've come for testimony about the truth of this case, which you have overlooked.
You mean to say you require my humble services?
As I promised, I returned to prove that you are the culprit.
Interesting. Do tell.
I'm right here! Before that, you should first listen to our reasoning!
We can say with confidence that Simon Keyes is the culprit. Only Simon Keyes could have moved Mr. Knightley into the prison. and we can show proof of this fact. But first, I'd like to hear your resolve, Prosecutor Edgeworth. If our reasoning is correct, will you submit to us your prosecutor's badge?
Hey! You mean you'll take away his badge? Is that a threat now?
Yes, it is. No, it's not a threat, rather an act of compassion. Normally, I wouldn't even have noticed you, since you have no right to investigate. However, if you are able to show proper resolve, I would be willing to let you be my opponent. Are you willing to risk it? Your prosecutor's badge?
Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth, Zoe!
Think I'm scared of you, B? I was raised by Master Von Karma! You're like a fly in the wind compared to him. Very well. I trust my own reasoning, but moreover, at the moment I am currently a defense attorney's assistant first and the prosecutor second. I will not sully the good name of the Edgeworth law offices. I intend to see my job through. I won't yield to your threats.
So be it, if this bravery or simply foolishness on the gods of the law's behalf. I shall be the judge of that. Sebastian, allow me to...
Yeah, I got it! I'm counting on you, Justine!
I presume you know of the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday. He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key to exit his cell. He then hid in the cage while it was moved to the prison workroom.
So Mr. Keyes went to his cell after that.
After hearing you talk about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves. Or rather, I investigated it while I gave Simon a Sebastian a Tamagotchi to keep him busy. Why don't you have a look? I have a printout of the security camera footage.
This is the moment when Mr. Keyes visited Knightley.
Exactly. As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. By using this blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage. That is our reasoning.
A blind spot. That means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage, and CzarThwomp has to plug his iPad in. At this time, there's still the possibility that Knightley never left his cell. But why would he be hiding in that animal cage?
Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison as the only possibility.
A prison escape? That's so cool! First Mr. Elbird, and now Mr. Knightley? I won't let them show me up! Okay, this isn't the time to get excited. Okay, Elbird's escape is no laughing matter.
Simon Keyes was aiding Mr. Knightley in his escape. In other words, he was an accomplice.
Not bad, Simon! Don't praise him!
The Keyes was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He would then be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan. However, midway through the land, he was betrayed by Simon Keyes and murdered.
Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be a hole somewhere. I must not overlook anything.
Hold it!
Judge Courtney, about this incident.
You do not know of it? That would be unbecoming of you, Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth.
Ace Attorney Investigations!
In that case, this is a waste of time. I shall continue. Mr. Knightley. Hold it!
Do you have proof Knightley stole the keys?
Is the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard. We would know for certain the moment the guard regains consciousness.
Is that really true? Should I ask for more information? There is one point in your reasoning that is odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the key, I expect he'd try to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keyes to have him escape?
He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed the honest personage. As he waited for the opportune moment, that is what I believe.
He concealed the key? Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key, and I can prove it. Knightley did not hide the key, and the proof is...
Take that!
The keys themselves. Haven't the guards informed you yet? They searched Knightley after he attacked the guard, and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold.
That is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. The reason hot being, he concealed it inside the chessboard.
The chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon?
Come now, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there?
What? Take some responsibility for your own words!
That was all Sebastian's idea, after all.
Justine!
Yeah, Justine, that was all my idea!
So those two don't always agree on their reasonings.
Why would I agree with Sebastian's reasoning? He is a moron! No offense to the boy, he tries, but sometimes I believe that his IQ's in the single digits. In other words, once he put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When time and keys arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cage. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom. All thanks to his accomplice, Simon Keys. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show had ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance.
Mr. Keys performed in the show. He would have had no opportunity to murder him during the circus performance.
No opportunity? Is that so? A story plays itself out on the stage, and such was the case with the animal show.
So she examined the contents of the show.
The suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonized the elephant heroine. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love and all ends well. At that point, the suspect in the role of the villain is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit.
Blown away by the elephant?
Was he hurt?
After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes.
Are you saying the crime was committed during that time?
Even in such a short period of time, it would still be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so?
So he committed the crime in 15 minutes and then returned to the stage. That may have been possible if the crime scene had been in the prison. Judge Courtney, the actual crime took place in the detention center.
I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence.
As for evidence, I have it.
Well then, please show us your evidence. Where is the evidence that shows us the crime scene was the detention center? CzarThwomp's following my lines again, yay. This is the floor. The place where I see Sebastian lying every morning. Oh, gods of law, I am unable to comprehend your mysterious ways.
This is what we discovered. The area here was deposited for Mr. Knightley's blood.
This blood test, can it really be trusted? To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation?
Yes, Emma, she just comes in with her kits. Her luminol. I happen to have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competence, but he is a man that I trust. A man I can manipulate.
That detective, this concerns me. I cannot think why one would disturb the order of law. The prosecutorial investigation committee's influence goes as far as the police department. Granted, it was much stronger before Damon Gadd was arrested, but we still have it. It's still present.
Kagami's in trouble!
Forgive me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come of this.
I will accept the fact that blood was found at the detention center as evidence. However...
How ridiculous! This is unthinkable of you! You're third-rate prosecutor!
Mr. DePest, you're here? I completely forgot about him.
There's a giant constriction in your statements! According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then after he left the cell, the bottle on the floor was wiped away. Did the dog wipe away the blood stains? As if that could happen!
Actually, that's one of the smartest things Sebastian's ever said. That is possible, oh my Anubis, right boy?
What?
That was one of the tricks I taught him while I was still in the outside world. He makes sure to hide any bloodstains he makes.
so as to not leave behind any evidence.
I was saved, if only by chance.
Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis also performs that trick quite well. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. First, he bites the victim's hand.
Stop! I want you.
Are you sure? Because the next part deals with the victim's arm being torn off. Torn straight out of the socket like a chicken bone.
I see, you understand. I understand. Prosecutor Edgeworth, it appears you've gathered a good hand.
I'm glad you understand.
My argument isn't over yet. I will take you all down. Objection overruled. But Justine!
Hey now, that's a little harsh.
Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine. Here's your Tamagotchi, Sebastian.
Do you finally realize the murder occurred in the detention center, therefore that assassin's pet dog?
My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I've been waiting for you to say that. Now let me show you. This evidence shows the route that the dog used to go between the detention center and the prison.
This photo.
It shows a secret tunnel in the prison.
That's impossible! A secret tunnel!
This tunnel was dug by the escaped prisoner, J. Elbird. It begins in his prison cell. And is connected to a holding cell in the detention center. Namely, the victim's cell.
I'm shocked. How did this...
Dogen, you must have known this, since you used this tunnel to commit murder!
Just right as Huggies right though. In the name of the gods of law, I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim.
What do you mean?
Evidence is everything. That remains true here, just as in the courtroom. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. Horace Knightley's autopsy report.
Autopsy report hasn't been updated though!
Since when?
Since why are you surprised?
This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet, more of a preliminary report. Here, the very word of the gods of law is written. Cause of death, stab wound to the neck, died instantly, murder weapon, sharp metal object. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object. Although they were unable to determine the actual shape of the murder weapon, they have clear proof that it was a sharp metal object. So do you still stand by your claim? That a dog used a sharp object to kill the victim?
This can't be!
That is all. The court is adjourned.
But wait! The tunnel contains the dog's footprints! Perhaps it may have been one of Anubis' walking courses. I can never tell what Anubis gets up to outside of my cell. Something feels unnatural about this. I have no evidence. Courtney Pie, you sure pulled out a hidden gem at the very last moment. She waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. Have I let her out with me again?
Appointed Attorney Shields. Here's the autopsy report from earlier. I apologize for the delay.
No, it's alright. Thank you. I gladly accept it.
Mr. Shields, I don't believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. I'd advise you to stop.
Huh?
Persist any longer, and I shall call on the strength of the gods of law, and I will bludgeon your skull in with this gavel.
I'll be careful.
Justine, is he gonna be your? You could date him. Is he gonna read me bedtime stories? Well done, just as I planned. I only acted in accordance with your instructions. Where's my fermented grape juice?
The autopsy report came straight from the police. I can't refute it. However, if the murder weapon wasn't the dog, Dogen will be clear of suspicion.
The merciful gods of law so decrees. If you choose to yield now, your badge will not be taken.
What will you do, Soy? She says that, but
My answer remains the same. Judge Courtney, as I said before, I will see my job through. I will not yield to threats.
So even now, you still refuse to give up. If you want to keep your badge, this may be your last chance.
Right now, I'm a defense attorney's assistant. What I protect is not my badge, but my client.
The goddess of law grows weary of your sentiments.
now we're talking. Miles is starting to understand that a defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those were the words of your old man.
My daddy!
It really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now. Granted, you're dressed like a pink vampire for some reason.
It's maroon!
You say yourself. You've changed since you were tainted by Von Karma.
You acts like Edgeworth was molested by Manfred!
It's only now that I've actually come to believe it.
Mr. Shields.
Well then, Miles, now's the time to put those seals to the test. Think beyond your limits. If the murder weapon was a sharp object, does that really negate your reasoning?
The murder weapon was a sharp object. That's it! There were 5 chisel plates in the special cell. Dogen is a former assassin. It's quite possible you could kill someone with just a chisel. In that case, the weapon that killed Horace Knightley was...
Is that all? Well, then I suppose you'll be giving up.
Evidence is everything, didn't you say? The murder weapon was a sharp iron object. However, such a weapon has yet to be found.
What? What are you trying to say?
The only decisive evidence is the actual murder weapon itself, and that was that was in plain sight this whole time. The real murder weapon is Dogen's chisel.
What'd you say? Take responsibility for your own statements. The scene of the crime was Mr. Knightley's cell. You said so yourself.
If the evidence changes, then so will my logic. That too is a courtroom procedure, is it not? If the chisel was used, that means the killer was human. However, the fact remains that we cannot deny the security photo.
Yeah, what about that photo?
I'll give you the answer. This show your foes. Dogen's dog left at Knightley. However, the victim did not die at the time.
Didn't die?
He was already knocked unconscious. The dog didn't move a dead body. It moved the unconscious Knightley. And the real killer was its owner!
I see. If the victim was moved, it would have been possible for Dogen to commit the murder.
And use the murder weapon!
Indeed, the killer is Shirhan Dogen! It can only be you!
I bet your teacher used to write your report card! Needs to pay more attention on what others say! Actually, that's what they wrote on my report card!
I would think that describes you more.
We examined that room, every crook and granny! Right, Justine? I examined all the grannies! We examined all 4 of Mr. Dogen's chisels and found no traces of blood.
Thank you, Judge Courtney. Thanks to you, I am now certain.
Thanks to me? Whatever do you mean?
We'll answer that next time. Anyways, I really appreciate you going to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. If you go back to the next week, like, video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And I'll see you later. Bye.